has its ups and downs. Turn your pretty face into an ugly frown. Seems that when I fix one thing.
Hello, welcome to The Awakening. I'm your host, Angela Brown. Today's topic for discussion is going to be about a book, and the book deals with breast cancer. And my guest is a wonderful, wonderful lady. Her name is Iris McCain, and of course, I'm Angie Brown. And I hope you'll enjoy the next 30 minutes as much as I'm going to enjoy giving it to you. Welcome.
Hi, Angela.
Oh, hi.
Thank you for having me today.
Shall we tell people how we met?
Yes.
You tell it.
Okay. At the family shopping place, Walmart.
Of course. And we started talking and about television work and books and things like that. And you said, I have a book. And, well, of course, people make promises, but people don't keep them.
Yeah.
But I'm the only one who does.
In fact, I mentioned to you, several people had said they were going to have me on their show, they were going to do this. And you said, well, I'm making you a promise, but you have to do something, and that's call me.
That's right. That's right. Because I won't go chasing you down.
Right.
Okay, tell me about your background. What about your mom?
My mother died when I was in my 20s, but she was very encouraging to me because, well, we lived in 2 different states, and I used to write to her quite often. And when I wrote to her, she would say, why don't you write? You know, why don't you become an author? But, you know, that was when I was like from maybe 12 to 16 or 17 or so, but, you know, I never thought of writing.
Right. But that's what happens. You never think about doing it, and when you start doing it, you don't want to stop doing it.
Right.
And how many children do you have?
4.
4 children? And their ages, if you don't mind telling us?
35, 33,
No,
27, and 25, yes.
You don't look 35 yourself. I'm serious. Tell me a little bit about the book, 2 Sisters, One Breast.
The book it began to center around my sister's battle with breast cancer because when she was diagnosed, well, it took them 18 months actually to diagnose her. And, you know.
Why so long, Iris?
I think it's because of the type of breast cancer she had.
What type did she have?
Inflammatory breast cancer.
Oh.
And that was fairly, pretty much new, I would say. And from all the experience of all the shows I had seen, you know, even when I got on the internet, because they really had not diagnosed her at that time with inflammatory breast cancer. They had only diagnosed her with breast cancer.
But if you have inflammatory breast cancer, is it lumps in your breast too? Or is
It's heated. It's like
your
a
breast
warm.
is hot?
Yes, hot to the touch.
Okay.
Really warm, and a lot of times swollen and pussy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons that it went undiagnosed for so long. She was being treated for let me see, infection of the breast, you know.
Yeah.
And I found it very ironic because her doctor's sister was a breast cancer survivor.
Oh.
And my sister had already had breast health issues, but it still took them about 18 months.
Does that run in the family?
No.
It doesn't, huh? We were talking too that you had told me that African Americans are more likely for cancer.
Well, from my research, you know, I did a lot of research when my sister was sick, and particularly inflammatory breast cancer it's not exclusive to African Americans, but it's more commonplace.
Really?
However, inflammatory breast cancer, from my research, is like the least to be diagnosed. No, least likely to be diagnosed. And unfortunately, a lot of African Americans die because, you know, like I say, it's a warmth, and, you know, you just, I guess our community just doesn't really like to admit that we're sick or,
you know, a lot of people will say too, it's what you eat. Do you believe that? What you consume can give you breast cancer? And
I believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, but the sad thing about my sister, she's never smoked. She is a very healthy person, a person very in tune with her body.
Right.
You know, when she found the lump, no mammograms, nothing picked it up.
Oh my gosh.
You know, she's a person that goes to the doctor, you know, like I said, she's very in tune with her body.
Once a year, like most women do.
Well, she goes a little bit often. And that was another thing. She was younger than 40 when she was diagnosed.
Oh.
So they told her, there's no way you can have, you know, breast cancer.
What do you think about the new law now? A woman has to be over 40 before she can even get her first mammogram because of health.
I don't like that.
Health. No. I think you should be under that age myself.
I don't like that.
Especially if it runs in the family.
Yeah, I don't like that, no.
So you weren't nervous to come today, were you?
Too nervous. I still
No,
am.
no. Give me your hand. Your hand's not cold. Your hands, my hands are cold.
I'm shaking under both
Oh,
my
your legs doing this jazz
Yes.
under the table. No, but it is very scary if I come out. But we're in my family room right now, so we're just going to lay back and talk about everything.
Okay.
Do you date?
No.
Why not?
Several reasons that I don't date.
You don't want to talk about?
I mean, well, basically, I woke up a few years ago, 6 years ago, after dating the same person for a very long time. And I was the only one at home, and I'm like, I'm about to be 50, I'm about to start enjoying life. So that's what I'm doing now.
Okay. How long have you been writing, though, per se?
Well, I wrote like I said, I wrote these, I always have written letters that seem like long books. So, but focusing on a book, I say about, it was 2003 when I was writing my first book, 2003, 2004, right before my sister was diagnosed with breast cancer. But then, in fact, I had already sent the information to the publisher for that book.
You did?
But then I kind of withdrew it and concentrated on this one.
Okay, but you don't give up on the first one, though.
Oh, no, I still have it.
You still have it?
Yes.
Okay.
I just wanted this one to be my first one. My priorities changed.
What has given you inspiration to do this? I know you said your sister.
Yeah, my sister, my mother. Just the fact, like I said, when I started doing research to try to help my sister with, you know, her illness, and I'm not, you know, trying to really sound bad, but just to see people that don't look like you. You know, you want to see people that look like you and see how they cope with things.
What do you mean you see people that don't look like you?
Our complexion, you know.
Your color?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I've always followed it and maybe looked at TV shows that talked about it. But mostly, I think maybe we're not as open to discuss, you know, sensitive personal issues. You know, my daughter gets on me a lot because she's like, Mother, nobody's trying to look at you. You know, we just want to help you with your clothes, you know, because I'm like, so I try and touch on me.
Right. But the color of your skin has nothing to do with what's inside of you.
Yeah, but, you know, I think the way we kind of are raised not to be so, you know, you're not ashamed of your body, but you just like not always, because even with the title of my book, Two Sisters, One Breast, I kind of posed some of my family members. And like I have one sister, she's like, oh no, you cannot put that title out there.
Why?
It was surprised, the one who I thought would probably be sensitive to it was like, oh yes, that's a good title. But I guess you just don't talk about certain things.
I do.
And like I told him, I said, well, if it was something wrong with my sister's leg, I would use the word leg.
So you were looking at the breast more as sexually?
Well, not me.
Well, no,
some
but I mean,
other people.
Some other people would be, they think you were going to be talking about their breast.
Yes.
Yeah.
In a sexual nature.
In a sexual nature, yeah. Now I understand where you're coming from. Okay, okay.
So it hopefully won't offend anybody, but you know, we have to be able to discuss things.
You have to be able to discuss things. They talk about colon cancer.
Yeah.
Penile problems with men, you know, and prostate cancer.
Yeah.
So you just have to get out there and do it and don't really worry what the public's going to say.
Unfortunately, I couldn't really do the silhouette that I wanted to do because I was like, well, now I add this silhouette, my book probably going to have to go on the X-rated.
What kind of silhouette did you want
Of
to
the
do?
breast. I really wanted it in the background.
Why not? It's the book.
I changed it at the last minute.
You changed it at the last minute? Well, maybe you should go back and rechange it.
No.
No, no. Okay. And you thought someone was going to help you and you paid them, but they did nothing to help you, right?
Well, it's when you self-publish, I didn't fully understand all the, you know.
Oh, so you self-published. Okay, okay. You copyright it?
Yes.
Okay, okay. You told me how many siblings you have. Children? Are you a religious person? I think you are.
Yes, I am.
Because I say a prayer every time before going on the show.
Yeah, I do too, yeah. I've been one of Jehovah's Witnesses since 1979.
Have you really?
Yes.
What's your church?
We'll go to the Kingdom Hall in Sea Pleasant,
Really?
Maryland.
Do you have a lot of friends?